Yeah, U3, live from the underground.
Yo, it's your girl DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and you tune into U3, Underground, Unsigned, and Unknown. And we have a very special guest in the building tonight, Mr. Treylen. What up? What up?
What's good? What's good, everybody? It's your boy, it's the hippie. Uh, what's good, say?
Well, let's talk about your name. How'd you get that name? How'd you come up with the name Treylen? Or is that your real name?
No, actually, it's not. Um, Trey has always been a nickname I have for my family, just because I don't know. Since I was born, they always called me Trey. But I don't even remember how I actually got the whole Treylen name. I just remember back in high school, one of my homies started calling me that, and then it sort of stuck. And then when I started rapping, I didn't know what to call myself, so I was like, I'm gonna just do that.
Okay. That's kind of like my story. I don't have like a glamorous story for my DJ name. I just needed a YouTube name. So,
Hmm.
oh, here we go. That's
Yeah,
it. So
it worked.
it worked.
Yeah.
Where are you originally from, and how did you end up in San Antonio?
So I just moved here with my family, my sophomore year in high school. Um, but I moved here from DC, so I spent a lot of my life over on the East Coast though. So I've lived in Boston. I got a cousin that's also in San Antonio that's from Boston as well. And then I also got like hella family in North Carolina too. But yeah,
I know East Coast is different from the South.
a lot, a lot
The
different.
weather, huh?
Weather, culture, things is different. The way people speak, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Now, part of the bio on your Spotify mentions that your major musical influence come from DC. How is that? And can you elaborate?
Um, a lot of it comes from just the transition from coming from DC to Texas. But in terms of like sounds, I have taken a lot of inspiration in the past when I first started getting into music. It was originally like Wale and J. Cole and Kendrick and Drake. Like those four were the main people I really uh, would listen to full projects for.
Have you taken any Texas sounds? Do you feel like since you've been here or not yet?
I definitely would say like maybe a little bit, but if I don't know, to be honest, if anything, it's probably subconscious. I mean, I, I don't put a whole lot of thought into trying to sound like anybody. It
I feel
just
you. It
it
just
just ends
happened.
up happening the way that it happens, and whatever influences me ends up influencing me. But since I've been here, I've been a lot more influenced by. I've listened to a lot more West Coast music and a lot more, I guess you could say, Southern music.
Okay, okay. West Coast in the house. I like that. Your IG on your IG, you describe yourself as the hood hippie. I think that's very interesting. What exactly is a hood hippie, and where did you come up with that concept?
So the hood hippie, I think, is a really dope concept, and I think it's a thing a lot of people can relate to. So, um, going more specific on the album, there's actually a song called Hood Hippie. And on that song, I said, they call me the Hood Hippie, and smoking with the Crips and the Bloods, and I'm gonna just cut it at that. But I really getting into that, it just kind of explains itself really within those two lines because it's like I'm a hippie at the same time, I'm in the hood chilling with those people. So, I can be around people that's doing certain things, but at the same time, I can keep my nose clean and stay out of beef, stay out of all the petty stuff, and be cool with everybody and make money with everybody.
Do you think it's hard or easier for artists to, stay out the petty stuff, like you said, and all the drama with, recently a lot of artists, major artists are like getting killed. or getting beat up?
I don't think it's necessarily. It all depends on where you come from. If you really think about it,
Yeah.
I mean, for instance, if you're in a situation like Vaughn, where you coming from Chicago, and you already in the midst of that war, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people that's trying to say, you know, he brought that on himself, da 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 da, whatever the case may be. Yeah, I get it, but he was already in that really at the end of the day. So he'd been rapping about that, and all that's already going on. So it's kind of hard to say. I guess it depends. It's a case by case thing. I mean,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. It's tough
No,
to say.
yeah. Now you have put out 2 albums this year, which is, kind of crazy since this COVID hit. It's hard for people to be working, but you put out 2 albums this year: "Hippie in the Hood" and "Land the Heartbroken."
Yeah.
Vagabond is on the album "Hippie in the Hood." Tell us a little bit about the piece and song structure, and pretty different than mainstream music.
You mean like on Vagabond in particular?
Yes, tell us a little bit
Um,
about that.
that's actually a pretty cool story. So I actually Boulevard had posted the beat on his Twitter, and like I seen it like hella early, like maybe 5 minutes after he posted it. So I DM'd him, and I was like, "Yo, um, like I'm trying to buy this off you," and then he like threw it to me for the love, and then just the way that the way it's structured on there is already the way it was when I heard it. Like he didn't have to change anything for me. Like he had already structured it like that, and then I just structured my vocals after it. But I don't know. I came up with the hook first. Thought it was cool because I wanted to say some dope stuff about the sweet life of Zach and Cody. Because I was already thinking down the line for the video. I was like, one of these days, like I'm gonna need Cole Sprouse. I'm gonna need Dylan Sprouse.
OMG, that'd be
Mr.
dope.
Cosby, all of them. But
Esteban, you have to have Esteban in the.
that's of course, yeah.
Gotta have
I'm
Esteban.
gonna need all of them. I'm gonna need what's it? I'm gonna need
The
London
song.
Tipton. I'm gonna need what's Ashley Tisdale. I don't even remember what her character's name was.
Yeah, Brenda song. You gotta have them all.
Yeah, everybody. But yeah, so I just wanted to come up with a really dope, catchy hook. So I came up with that, and then got back into the storyline in the verse, and then transitioning from it's like a little bridge in there where
Yeah.
that it's like a little breakdown, and then it switches over. When it transitions from the rapping into the singing part, the thought process there was just to kind of like show that the vibe is switching up in a sense, like the same way the album's vibe is switching. I wanted the song's vibe to switch to portray that. You know, leading up to that, I think it was what comes before that with John? A hippie? Might be tripping. A hippie in the hood, I think. It's actually a hippie in the hood or a hippie. It's one or the other. Either way, that's like the it's coming right after that climax.
Yeah.
So then, the vibes switching and transitioning. So it's coming in more melodic and then, transitioning out with more melodies towards the end of the album.
Now, in the album, The Letter to Heartbroken, you have a couple skits on there. And I know skits used to be a thing on albums. And now a lot of artists don't put that on there anymore. If you do, it might just be one in the intro. So what made you decide to put skits on your album? What's the influence behind putting them on the album?
I mean, I've always done that. Like even on the THC projects, and I don't know, them jumps just be funny. And really, because NWA, they always did them jumps.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Back in the day, people used to do it, then it kind of stopped.
Yeah, and then I mean, I don't know why it stopped though, because people still are into those. I didn't think they were, but when THC Volume 1 came out, there's a skit at the beginning of Smoke Forever, and then everybody was like, I was in the car with some people I hadn't like hung out with. The song came on, and they could say the skit part like at the beginning word for word. I can't even do that myself personally because like we
Yeah.
were actually speaking. Like, that wasn't scripted, but like it was just insane to me that they knew just my words, like not rapping, not music. The skit, they were repeating that word for word. But
Yeah.
so yeah, so I'm gonna always keep those in there.
I feel like skits are, like you said, very dope. They're funny, and sometimes they can be iconic, like the Master P skit. You know, make them say, everybody know that. That's iconic. This ain't no P. You know, everybody know
It's
that.
all time. Yeah.
They all iconic. Now, going back to your Spotify bio, which is dope. I'm happy you have one. You know, a lot of artists do not have a Spotify bio, so kudos to that. But going back to your Spotify bio, it says that you have a set new approach to the urban genre with your psychedelic raps. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? What is psychedelic rap?
It's just hippie music. It's all the hippies. It's just different. It's stuff that makes you think. It's concepts to the music that I'm making. It's not stuff that you're just gonna hear once and then you took everything away from it. Like, nah, you probably gonna need to listen multiple times to get that, you know?
What song do you think is more gas or weed influence? Good question. Got you thinking.
You said like weed influence?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Sticking with the subject of the new album, let's go with Plugged In.
Plugged in. So are you plugged in
Yeah, focus.
with the plug? Are people plugging into you? No comment. It's a joke. You don't gotta comment on that. But you don't have to comment on that. I'm not gonna put your business out of that. It's a joke. I'm funny. I know. But
you good. You
good. Would you say that most of your music is weed influenced?
Yeah, most definitely.
Do you like a psychedelic Devin the Dude? Kind of.
Shit. I'm a psychedelic Treylen. I don't know. I'm a stoned psychedelic leaning whatever. I'm Treylen.
Now you sing and rap. What do you like more doing, singing or rapping? So it depends on
I feel like rap is easier. Okay. I feel like rap is definitely easier. If I was better at singing, I would definitely say singing, but I'm not there. Like, and truth be told, my mom's be getting on my ass about this. It's probably because how much I be smoking. I can't sing the way that I want to be able to sing. But it is what it is. I don't care. I fuck with rapping. So
now I know 2020 has been a hard year for a lot of people. We had this pandemic, a lot of stuff closed, but you still managed to drop 2 albums. What keeps you making music? What keeps you going during times like this?
Hunger. It's a lot of shit that's going on around us, and you know, when you got shit going on around all of us, and then you got shit that's going on in your own personal life, everything just gets put into perspective, and at the end of the day, it makes you focus on what's important. So it's one of the few things I got is the music still. So I'm gonna chase that, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get to where I need to get. So
now we're gonna go into a little bit deeper into your mind. I want to know the process behind the writing and recording of your music. If you can give us a little bit.
Ooh. So this album, at least, I don't even necessarily always write to a beat. So like I wrote a lot of these. I'm, like It's not like I needed to hear the beat for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to listen to the beat, and then the beat tells you what to write. But with this project, for the most part, I didn't really need the beat to. A
Yeah.
lot of it I had already kind of had written previously, and then just if it fit my concept for the story I was telling on this album, then yeah, I just threw it in. And then in terms of, getting to the studio and recording, JP really took care of all that. I mean, we had a couple location issues after, when the COVID stuff started happening, but we've been working on this for a minute. So leading up to that, we was recording in his apartment, and then we was recording in his folks' crib,
Yeah.
and then yeah, we just bouncing around, recording wherever we could. But that nigga's a goat. He's a beast. So at the end of the day, he's gonna do whatever he has to do to make sure that it's quality sounding, and that we're portraying, the image and the story the way that we want the viewer to perceive it.
Okay. Shout out to JP for doing what he do.
Yeah,
What would you
that
say is
guy.
the hardest song from either album?
Um, Hardest song out right now. Oh, that's tough. I'ma say low key because I've been bumping it a lot lately. So I'm gonna say "Dirty Money" with featuring Tommy Gunn. That's my little homie. Shout out Tommy Gunn. But
Oh, no,
yeah, that's off the new album too. Yeah, yeah.
nice. And since you do make that hippie hood music, if you want to call it that, that hippie music, and it's very different. What's something people seem to misunderstand about you and your music?
Mm, it's a lot of things people seem to misunderstand, but I mean, some people think I only rap about weed, but if you really listen in, it's always deeper than just smoking.
Yeah,
There's some people that uh think I'm trying to, you know, claim certain things or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, I don't gotta pretend to be Mr. Gangster. Like I'm not. I've never pretended to be that dude.
yeah.
I know folks that's like that, but I don't gotta be like that myself personally. I'm chilling. I'm high.
So
I'm
what's
good.
next for you? What can we expect the rest of 2020, beginning 2021?
Shit. No comment. I
You
don't know.
don't know. Maybe we can get some music videos.
I don't know what I
Album you drop.
folks keep running up the album the way that they running it up. We can they can definitely expect some visuals.
Okay.
Definitely expect some visuals coming.
Well, you heard it straight from his mouth. If you want some visuals, I want you to comment your favorite song that you want him to shoot a video for. If you've heard his music. If not, check out his music and then comment your favorite song you want him to do a video for. Maybe something with a skit in it. I'm gonna throw that out there. That'd be kind of dope.
Yeah, yeah, most def, most def. Let me know. Let me know. We'll make it happen.
Well, thank you, Treylen, for being on U3. It's a pleasure to have you. Like I said, you make dope music, very unique. So I'm definitely going to keep it in rotation on my station and on my phone. I'm going to play it out on Spotify. So you definitely going to get some plays from me.
Most def, I appreciate you for real.
No problem. Before we
I
let you go,
appreciate you.
let people know where they can check you and your music out. Give us all your social media links and all that good stuff.
All right, so I like to keep my social media real simple. You can go ahead and follow me at Trey1En, and that's on either Instagram or Twitter. I don't really know about Facebook, low key. Just search Treylen on that. I'm pretty sure it'll pop up. Trey1En if Treylen don't pop up. I don't know. But just check that. Yeah.
And Spotify is the same,
Instagram
but
and
instead
Twitter
of the one, it's an L. So go ahead.
Yeah. On Spotify, Apple Music, all that is just Treylen.
Make sure you go ahead, check him out. Follow him on Instagram, Twitter. Check out his music. You will definitely not be disappointed. At the end of this interview, I'm going to have one of his songs playing, so you can definitely get a little sneak peek of what he's about and what his music is about. And this should go DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and we are signing out.
Smoking on Doty with Cody, and my niggas that got packed, they brodies. With a sweet light, smoking on Ozies, and my white tee and PJs real cozy. You would think I'm a vagabond, don't give a fuck about dripping, my pack I'm gone. Fuck a trend, I don't tag along. Smoke what we been doing, me now they catching on. I just wanna kick it with the hippies, ride the music, might sing on a rapper song. True on shrooms, get trippy. Drew got the bruise and JP brought the cash along. Sound good, man, we finna the stew. Got time to kill and it's nothing to do. Out in the say if you out of the loop, stay out the way, we just ride and produce. Ooh, but I'm trying to do something new. I'm trying to get out of the house of the crew. Recording and smoking imported is cool, but I'm trying to party, let's go to the pool. Puffin' on purple, college kids round, they start up a circle. As it came round, pace slow as a turtle. Chief in the roach to get over the hurdle. Fashion on captions like he needs some Virgil. Burners and his speed, a drip ain't no squirtle. Slipped in my lip, be the flex, that's a curl. All of my trees and bars, nuts, no squirrel. Got him asking what's his name, ain't Earl. One like crab man, rope pearls, might hurl, too wavy. See like shit, bite this, you crazy. Eating, I'm good, got bread, I'm gravy, yeah, bitch. Smoking on Doty with Cody, and my niggas that got packed, they brodies. With a sweet light, smoking on Ozies, and my white tee and PJs real cozy. You would think I'm a vagabond, don't give a fuck about dripping, my pack I'm gone. Fuck a trend, I don't tag along. Smoke what we been doing, me now they catching on. Go rolling, stay by the stove. He be whipping and working, I ain't over rolling. Cause we smoking broly and make me feel holy. Exotic extreme talking more than Foley. Help me conquer obstacles, my bucket goalies. We go for the goal, we gon' win. Hit the hat drip at the cabin, gon' in. Felt like Hollywood when we on the corner. Probably cause the wolf with marijuana. Life of a stoner, smoke took us, put us in coma. Y'all go shopping, I don't wanna.